The auction block felt cold beneath Zara's bare feet as she stood before the jeering crowd of alien bidders. Her silver-blue skin shimmered under the harsh lights of the Nexus Station slave market, and her delicate fins trembled with barely contained fear. As one of the last surviving Aquari from the fallen water world of Thalassa, she knew her rarity made her valuable, and that terrified her more than anything. Lot 847. The Vorthic auctioneer bellowed, his multiple eyes gleaming with greed. A pristine Aquari female, untouched, perfect for breeding or ... entertainment. Bidding starts at 50,000 credits. The crowd erupted in a cacophony of alien voices, each species trying to outbid the others. A massive Krulin waved his clawed appendage, shouting numbers that made Zara's heart sink. Beside him, a group of Zilithian merchants whispered among themselves, their serpentine bodies coiled with anticipation. From the back of the crowd, a voice cut through the chaos speaking in perfect galactic standard, but with an accent Zara had never heard before. 1,000,000 credits. The auction hall fell silent. Even the auctioneer's multiple eyes widened in disbelief. Heads turned to locate the source of the astronomical bid, and Zara followed their gaze to see a figure pushing through the crowd. He was unlike any being she had ever seen. Bipedal like many species, but with a strange, almost primitive appearance. His skin was a warm brown color, and dark hair covered the top of his head. Most unsettling were his eyes, a deep brown that seemed to hold intelligence and something else she couldn't identify. Compassion, perhaps. Did that human just bid 1,000,000 credits? Whispered a Felnor trader, her feline features twisted in confusion. Human. Zara had heard of them, the newest species to join the Galactic Consortium, though most considered them barbaric upstarts who had barely mastered faster-than-light travel. What was one doing here, and why was he bidding on her? The auctioneer recovered quickly from his shock. 1,000,000 credits from the human? Do I hear 1,000,000 going once? Going twice ... No other bidder dared match such an outrageous sum sold to the human. Marcus Chun approached the auction block with measured steps, his expression unreadable. He had spent the last 3 months tracking down leads about surviving a quarry, following whispers and rumors across a dozen space stations. When he finally located Zara, seeing her terrified and helpless on that block had ignited something primal in his chest. The transfer will be completed shortly, the auctioneer said, eyeing Marcus with a mixture of confusion and newfound respect. Credits talked, regardless of species. 20 minutes later, Marcus found himself in a small holding cell with Zara, who pressed herself against the far wall like a cornered animal. Her gills fluttered rapidly, a sign of extreme distress, according to his research. Please, she whispered in accented galactic standard, her voice like flowing water. If you're going to hurt me, make it quick. Marcus held up his hands, palms out a universal gesture of peace. I'm not going to hurt you. My name is Marcus. I'm here to help. Zara's large, pearl-colored eyes studied him warily. Help? You? Bought me. I'm your ... property now. The word came out bitter and broken. No, Marcus said firmly, reaching into his pocket. Zara flinched, but he only pulled out a small data pad. These are forged documents. According to galactic law, you're now a free citizen of the Terran Republic. You can go wherever you want, do whatever you want. I don't understand. Zara's voice was barely a whisper. Why would you spend so much to ... free me? Marcus sat down on the floor, making himself less threatening. Because slavery is wrong. On Earth, my homeworld, we learned that lesson the hard way, centuries ago. When I heard there were still species being trafficked, I couldn't just stand by and do nothing. But the cost. Money can be earned again. Lives can't be replaced. Marcus's brown eyes met hers steadily. My people have a saying, the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good people to do nothing. For the first time since her capture, Zara felt something other than fear. This human, this Marcus, had risked everything to save someone he didn't even know. In her culture, such selflessness was the highest virtue, spoken of in ancient songs but rarely seen. "Where will I go?" she asked, her voice stronger now. "The Lhasa is gone. My people are scattered or dead. There's a colony of Aquarius survivors on Kepler 442b, Marcus said gently. It's not your original world, but they built something new there. I can take you, if you want." Zara took a tentative step forward. "You would do that? Even though you don't know me?" Doing the right thing doesn't require knowing someone personally. Marcus stood slowly, extending his hand. "But I'd like to know you, if you'll let me. The journey to Kepler 442b is 3 weeks. Maybe you could tell me about your people, your culture, and I could tell you about Earth." For a moment, Zara hesitated. Then slowly she reached out and took his hand. His skin was warm and surprisingly gentle, nothing like the cold efficiency of her captors. "My name is Zarathil Nis," she said, using her full name for the first time in months. "It means Song of the Deep Waters in my language." Marcus smiled, the first genuine expression of joy she had seen since her world fell. "It's beautiful. Would you like to get out of here, Zara?" As they walked through the station's corridors toward Marcus's ship, Zara found herself stealing glances at this unusual human. He moved with quiet confidence, nodding respectfully to we. Other species they passed, his presence somehow making her feel safer than she had in months. Perhaps, she thought, there was more to humans than the galaxy realized. And perhaps, in saving her, Marcus had given her something even more valuable than freedom. He had given her hope that goodness still existed in the universe. The stars awaited, and for the first time since her capture, Zara looked forward to seeing them.